Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel Surplus Art for River State Tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the MRC.
Hopefully this is one of the biggest requests from fans that I should do a video on how to plan your next visit to River State. Planning a trip to River State is either long or short stay. So these are the things I plan when planning a trip. I'll be giving you 5 basic steps on how to plan your next visit. I'm narrowing it down to 5 basic steps. So I'll try to make this video as short as ever. Number 1, you need to determine your budget. Determine your budget. Traveling does not need to be expensive. So in determining your budget, you will need to know the cost of your accommodation, the cost of your flight, and the local transportation you do within town. In the case of River State, once you know because we have basic things like when you come into town, the cost of transportation from the airport or you're using a public transport, they are does not need to be expensive. They are very cheap. Then we also have, I will do a video on where I'll be telling you on how you get the cheapest and the best hotels within town. So in getting all this, you need to have a very low and determined budget on how you travel within River State, Nigeria. Number 2, figure out the goal of your adventure. Are you coming here for a long stay? Are you coming here for just a week? Are you coming here for a business? Or you're coming here for a wedding ceremony? So you check out whether you're doing an action-packed adventure. You plan yourself ahead of time. Basically, are you coming here for relaxation, or you're spending some few days in town? This will expose you for you to be able to be relaxed and have a swell time within town. So this will help you in planning, having a very good plan, and make you relaxed, and you could explore the possible things around the area. Number 3, I've come to the basic thing I know that so many of us try not to do when we are planning our next trip. You need to do your research. Research has a very big role in making sure you have a swell time in anywhere you're going. Basically, we are now in an era where the information is at the tip of your iceberg. You can have the time to go through your Facebook pages, Google, Instagram, try to get an inch of all travelers and get an idea on how things are done. Basically, River State, Nigeria, or the River State in general, there are people in diverse culture. We are people who are very accommodating, we are very welcome, we try to see how we accommodate everybody around. There is no discrimination, everybody is welcome down here. So do your research to know our culture, our way of life, the dress codes, and see that you have a basic idea of how things are done here. Then try to see, there are so many informations online about our people. So while you're doing your research, you try to check out the health requirements. 1, check the health requirement, because we're in the COVID era where the government has put in place some COVID protocols. If you're taking your vaccine and you're free to move around and get some, because if you're planning to go to some eateries, cinemas, bars, recreational areas, check your health requirement status. So while you're doing your research, you also check the weather terrain, because here in River State the rain falls basically 8 good months of the year. 8 months rains are here. with the name as it implies, Rivers State, Nigeria. 8 good months, the rain is here. So you plan your trip as when you know it will be convenient for you. Another thing to try to check is the safety of our area. Basically, we are in a terrain where people try to tag us that we are this and that, but I am telling you, come down to our place. Here is, don't look at what people are saying online, saying in media. Here is as safe as anything. We have people from all walks of life every time planning. If anybody comes to Nigeria and you don't visit Rivers State, Nigeria, you have not been to anywhere. Earlier, you check out about the cultural standards too while you're doing your research. Try to see how, some places you don't need. If we are in some parts of the country, some women don't need to expose themselves. You try to be moderate as possible. Also checking in, when you're doing your research, you also look out for tourist camps. There are some people who tell you that you have transportation at social cost and all that. They try to give you things and packages that will take you around, and you fall into a prey. Try and do your deep down, get information on basic things you need to do, and you know you need to travel and make it be in a kind of low budget travel. And number 4 tip is for you to create a loose itinerary. In regards to loose itinerary, you don't need to make it too cumbersome. Some people try to do as if they get things muzzled into their plans. Try to scale. If you're staying for short stay, you don't need to have too many activities. You need to prepare. If you're staying more than a day or 3 or 4 days at a time, plan a day to have one thing for the other. If you're going out to so place, have it in mind that a day you have a time to go to so places, so you could be relaxed, free, enjoy yourself. Traveling is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be having so many activities at the same time. So in doing this, you'll be able to have time to get to know places around town and enjoy yourself. So we have come to the final part of it. These are the things I said earlier. Is booking your flights and accommodation. Booking your flights and accommodation. It's time to book your flight and accommodation. So if you're coming through your flight, or you're taking through the air, or you're taking through bus, check the ones that are cheaper. You book ahead of time. Don't book maybe 2 or 3 days to your departure time. When you're doing things like this, but then you've done your research, you need to book like 3 weeks ahead of time. Then it becomes very cheap. If you're booking your flights from any part of the country or any part of the world to Rivers State, you book 3 weeks ahead of time. In regards to accommodation, as I said earlier, there are some cheap and affordable places you could be within town. I will do a video telling you on the cheapest and affordable places to lodge in the city of Port Harcourt and environs. In summary, 1, you determine your budget. 2, you figure out the goal of your trip. 3, do your research. 4, create a very good itinerary. 5, it's time to book your accommodation and your flight. Thank you all once again for having time to be with me in this series, and I hope to be with you in the next coming videos. We're planning for our next tourists that are happening to be in town. So let me be your guide. Welcome to Rivers State, Nigeria.